Grizzly Acres Homestead here. Hey guys, I'm gonna do a quick overview of the bumblebee sawmill attachment, or sawmill, whatever you want to call it. What the hell am I gonna do with all this sawdust? That's a lot, and that pile's gonna double in size in no time here before the roof's done. Anyways, um, the main beam is 2 by 4 inch outside dimensions, square tubing. I believe it's 20 feet long. I'm not 100% sure. Let's see. Yep, 16. Yeah, it's 20 feet long. The legs are a 2 by 4 tube as well. It is about 30 inches high. Um, it's got 2 by 1/4 inch scissor mechanism with 3/4 inch, I believe, all thread, which in my mind is too short. It's 24 inches long with a nut welded on top. But that nut should actually be up here, out of the way of, well, somewhere's down here, I guess, a couple inches taller. Out of the way of the carriage, but easier to adjust because I do have the backing on here. I'm going to change that at some point. This is the attachment here where the clamp originally goes to. I only got one given to me with the machine, and I need two, one for each leg. But the clamp only works on squared logs. Well, these are round logs when they come on. Any log is round when it starts. So to me, it's just kind of useless. I'm kind of thinking of making a bottom with an upright. Make sure it's 100% square. It's 100% square to the tube here. So everything is, and have it away from the edge here. Probably a good 4 inches or more, and then just have it clamped in here. So basically, just have a square on here. The bottom will have a make it so I can attach a 2 by 4 or two onto it, just in case I cut into it. Like you see here, I've been cutting into them on purpose. It's a lot easier milling. And then the back, I'll make it so I can put little 1-inch screws or something to hold the log in place. And I'll obviously have it off to the side here so I can actually screw into it straight. Yeah, it's the bottom of the leg is just 1.5 by 2 by 4 inch channel. It could be tubing, could be anything really. And it's only 28 inches long. So that's it. I mean, it tips quite easily. I'd make it a little bit longer on the back side, maybe a foot or 10 inches sticking out the back side, just to give it more stability. And like I said, yeah, you turn this ready rod and it lowers this up and down. So technically, I could probably, while I lower this down, this is about 7 inches, get it to there. I could technically cut about a 24-inch diameter log if I had the bar and whatever. I mean, I can't go all the way up to here because the carriage is in the way. The chainsaw has to be below here, is, well, about there. So that's 5 inches. If I go 5 inches below, the top of the log has to be about 4 to 5 inches below the top of this channel. Otherwise, as you can see there, the chainsaw will hit it and there's no milling. So I could definitely reproduce this easily. With some improvements, including my my backing here, like the angle. I could definitely do some improvements on it. And right now I have a problem. I did adjust it a little bit, but it has a problem when I bring the carriage back. It's on 10 roller bearings holding it in place, but it hits right there. That bolt here is too long and it hits there. So again, I mean, a guy could easily grind part of that bolt head off to make it easier, because it's been, as you can tell, I've been forcing it past it. I've tried adjusting the rollers a little bit and it worked somewhat. It has a little bit of play side to side, but it's not enough to make a difference on the sawing. It doesn't move this way because the bottom rollers are up against the rail, and there's 2 rollers in here and 2 on this end, and this is just a guard that basically shaves or pushes the sawdust off the rail. It's got a piece of indoor or outdoor carpet underneath it, but it doesn't work. It's kind of worn out. It's gone. But it's enough. I mean, I just clean off the rail once in a while with a blade, and it doesn't add up unless it's raining, which it has been quite a bit lately. It's been really wet. It's not raining right now, but yeah, I just clean off that sawdust a bit to make it roll easier, and that's that. Yeah, the sawdust, I just had to clean everything out. I figured I'd do a quick update for you guys, for the people that wanted to know, that asked about it. Originally when I got this, it had a 4x4, a wooden 4x4 screwed to this base. I decided to double up some 2x4s. I had 2x4s, and I had a piece of 4x4 left up here. So then I ended up making this piece. It's screwed in, but it's just basically a piece of 4x4 with a 2x6 backing. I started with a 2x4, but it was too narrow. I couldn't get the screws in, so I offset it a bit on the back here so I can get the screws in to hold the log in place. It works really good. I've now got to the point where I'm perfecting my milling. I do one cut on this side of the log, do the other cut on this side of the log, of course, backing the screws out, cut it, put the screw back in, come to the next leg and do the same thing. So I have 2 sides square, they're square to each other. Then I flip it over with the round piece to the backing and make sure my blade will cut the other side, cut the other round side on here, and then just go down and cut my 1-inch boards or whatever I need. Right now it's 1 inch, and I go full 1 inch, and I just do the adjustment one at a time. It's an easy adjustment. There's the carriage. The carriage is just on a, I think it's a 1-inch round shaft. Yeah, 1-inch round shaft with the piece on top that basically holds it, because I'll put it wherever I want and do my pass. Now I marked it on here. The 0 is my 0. That's just into the 4x4. I mean, just nicking it. And it usually gets all the log. I get past it here and I'll do one more notch. And then I'm definitely through the log because it hangs below that where the log sits on. So, but I can't go. You see, it hits there. Yeah, you can see it there. Anyways, usually if the chain is brand new, sharp, I'll do the whole cut in one pass. Otherwise, I'll go halfways and make a pass, go back, go all the way, and make the second pass. It is a little bit slower doing it all in one, but really is it slower? It just moves slower, but I'm doing it twice. So doing it twice or doing it once, I think doing it all at once is faster in the long run. But because my chain's not 100% sharp right now, I just do 2 passes, sometimes 3. Doing the 3 passes also, or the 2 passes, more than 1 pass, gives you more of the bigger chips. Whereas if you do a single pass, you get more of the sawdust. It's still not dust, but you can tell the difference. This is all shoveled up. All the big chips is from the double passes. The first pass makes these big chips, and the second passes makes the fine stuff. So, yeah, that's that. If there's any more questions or measurements anybody wants because they want to try and reproduce this, let me know and I'll do my best to answer it in the comments or whatever. Anyways, haven't done any work on the cabin because I've been milling. I got 2 more bigger logs and a bunch of smaller ones. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them. I still need some corduroy, so I may just use them for corduroy. But I got a couple more at least to mill, and then I got to get more logs. So I haven't, like I said, I haven't done anything on the cabin. The 4 walls are mostly done. 3 windows are installed. 3 more need to be installed. And this is the lumber I cut. This was the other day, and this was today. Well, more than that. This is 8-inch, 7.5-inch, 7 3/4 inch, 6 3/4, 5.5. That's the same. Oh yeah, that's the same board. 6.5, 5 3/4. I don't care if it's 5 3/4 or 8. I'm getting as much as I can out of each log. Hence, some of them have a little bit of live edge on them, but they're only live edge on one edge. The one edge is still straight all the way through. So the live edge just goes to the inside and leave it at that. Hide it. There's a couple that have a live edge all the way or almost all the way. Like this one, I already cut the good piece out of it. This is a leftover. We'll use it for something at some point. I'm just keeping it out here underneath the cabin in the dry-ish place and go from there. Anyways, yeah. I could really install this window. It's just plastic in right now. I want to try maybe burning the side a bit more because it is a lot lighter than the rest, as you can tell. The bottom 3 boards here are lighter too. I'm not going to worry about it. I might see if I can get this side at least as dark as the bottom 3. I mean, otherwise it makes no difference if it's dark or not. It's burnished. It's aged, weathered. It'll weather. Same here. I got some lighter ones, some darker ones. It's really hard to get them even. I can do 4 or 5 boards at a time, and it gets fairly even. But then the next 4 or 5 are a little bit different. So whatever. Anyways, Grizzly Acres Homestead, over and out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment if you want to know something, or if you have any other comments, let me know. I do try and get back to you. I usually see most comments, not all of them, but most of them I do see, and I do read what I can. So I will answer any questions you have. If not, ask it again at some other time or in a different video, and I will eventually see it and get back to you. Anyways, Grizzly Acres Homestead, over and out.